How's it going, everybody? This is Rob of Novakast back with another podcast episode for you guys. So, without further delay, why don't we go ahead and get started, shall we?
Your dreams and wishes now. You must grow strong. No room for wilting flowers. Will you stay or will you go? The choice is yours, it's yes or no. Voices whisper in your ear, there's nothing in this world to fear. So will you stay or will you go? The choice is yours, it's yes or no. Voices whisper in your ear, there's nothing to fear. Rise and take flight, darling. Let's soar high. For the first time in forever, you're alive. Don't you forget that. Rise and take flight, darling. It's your time. There's no room for wilting flowers here. Smile and wipe away your tears.
Okay, I'm gonna play. That's as much as I can play because I'm afraid that I'm gonna get hit by copyright claims. How's it going, everybody? This is Rob once again, and we got a few topics tonight. First off, as you guys can probably see, the Onion Boy, as well as we'll be talking about, or at least further talking about, the Vox Adpocalypse. And then two particular topics that I just came across that I'm particularly interested in, like more so than the whole Onision thing, and I will say with the Apocalypse thing, but this is just for gaming purposes. Destiny, and the only reason I'm interested in this one is because, as for a lot of you know, Destiny, or at least Bungie, is now separated from Activision, which big finger to Activision, and now Bungie can focus on their own ideas for Destiny. So the next chapter has been announced, and it's called the Shadowkeep, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit. At least some of the stuff that they have been kind of, letting us know what they are possibly doing for the next expansion. And then go a little bit on Pokemon Sword and Shield. Hashtag, they copied or ripped off the doggo from Dark Souls. And I'm not kidding. The legendary Pokemon for Pokemon Sword is a total rip-off of the wolf boss from Dark Souls. So, alright, I'm gonna set up the voice mod chat. But, oh my gosh. And just so I can get out of the way and I don't get in trouble, and I'm gonna post it in the description as we're recording. The song that was just played was, if I pronounce this correctly, Blumenkrantz. The English cover by Sapphire. And this was for the show Kill la Kill, and yes, this was the theme of Ragyo for that show, the villain. And I was just recently talking to somebody about that, and it's, if you listen to the English lyrics, or at least that version, did I misspell shield? Ah, damn it.
Boo.
How's it going, Aiden?
Going good. You got the title right, as far as the song goes, and
Blumenkrantz?
Yeah, Blumenkrantz.
It's a good song.
Oh yeah.
I got the original version and the English version from Sapphire on my phone.
I need to give Sapphire's English cover.
I'm gonna post a link. This one has
because as much as I hate Ragyo Kyrian, I love her thing.
She's a very manipulative, and I was talking to my wife about it, and if you listen to the lyrics, it sounds like it's more being supportive for our main heroes, but if you really think about it, she was a manipulative character. So in a sense, it was kind of like either using manipulation or controlling in the lyrics.
And MJ's right, you misspelled shield.
Yes, I'm going to change that now. So, go to info.
Yes, Rosa, totally Mother of the Year.
Yeah, and my little dog is barking. I don't know why people are yelling. Oh, I just started playing Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, nice. The new one, right?
Yeah, and I just finished Layers of Fear 2. Oh my gosh, I fucking love that game.
I hear that there are actually monsters that can attack
kill you. Yes.
Yeah. Oh man.
No, actually, I made a joke. I cracked a joke at Angry Joe's expense. I'm like, eat your heart out, Angry Joe. You finally got monsters that fucking kill you. No, it was a good game. Very interesting. And by the way, I want to point out right off the bat, I got the neutral ending on my first try.
Nice. I take it you have to do a lot of stuff without spoiling anything. Yeah, I take it you have to do particular things to do that. Like very particular.
Huh? Oh,
I take it.
I'll have to talk about it off stream.
Okay.
I will say, kind of like the first one. Your ending is determined by the choices you make and the stuff that you collect.
Okay.
So if you because I will say, because I kind of was very open to what I did, I got the neutral ending somehow.
There you go.
By the way, I think we finally have Onision noticing us.
Oh?
Yeah. Here, let me find it, because I just had I made a few tweets towards him, or at least one of his sock accounts. Where the hell is it? Okay, here it is. This is funny. I gotta show people this. Okay. So here is the tweet. This is from his Defender of Onision, at Onision Pride. And he wrote on this account, if you are following / supporting Shane Dawson, Real Stream News, at Rob Novak YouTube, at D Josh Show, at Joy Sparkle, at Markiplier, at Jack and Glenn, or Mike and Actor, at Jack and Glenn, at Social Repose, at Physics Talks, at Blair White, at Real Donald Trump, at I always screw up his name, Dozbach, at the Calvin Gara, at Ayala Karina, and at Jeffree Star, then fucking unfollow me. Which I then replied with, I don't think anybody who follow or support our channels or accounts would give you the time of day, Greg.
Wait, what the hell what just happened?
So he on one of his puppet accounts, he wrote, if you're following / supporting all the people that have made videos on him or all the people he hates, then fucking unfollow me. Which I then replied, don't think anybody who follow or support our channels or accounts would give you the time of day.
But you do.
Well, no, I'm saying we do, but I don't think any of our people do. Because I've had many people...
I'll be specific. You do.
Well, what I mean is, like, people that follow us aren't going to go to their channels. Because I've had a few people comment, I'd rather give you the view than give Onision the view.
Mm.
Which, he then... It's been going back and forth with him. And then he used another account to freaking try to start shit. Dude, it's been hilarious.
What do you mean?
Happy birthday again.
Nani?
Hello.
Hello. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hello.
So,
Hi, chat.
Whose birthday is it?
Yours.
happy birthday.
That was like 6 months ago.
Oh, shit.
I know!
Speaking of which, I gotta ask, what's that all about? Like, that was like 6 months ago.
What, the tweet?
Well, my birthday, pretty much. Like, what's that whole thing about?
It was based on a tweet.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if they're in here right now. Hey, Vanessa.
Welcome.
How's
Hey,
everybody
Rosa.
Vanessa.
Richard,
Oh, hey.
Hellbound. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Sage.
Suppose.
Hey,
If you're in... Hey, Dan, if you're in here, you mind explaining what that tweet was about?
Anyways, sorry to hijack and just like,
No,
derail
you're
the
good, because I'm
conversation.
curious. Because he said that he got bad vibes and he haven't watched the video yet.
What video?
Or the stream yet. It was vegan stream from last year.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta say that's, like, I don't know, I kind of regret that, like,
Was that the one where we got into a fight?
pretty much, yeah.
Oh. Never mind. I figured it out. Mystery solved.
I don't know if I should leave that stream up.
It's your channel.
So, I know people have their ideas of the music for the new Aladdin movie. I fucking hate it, though. But my wife showed me, I guess somebody made a duet of the version with Robin Williams and Will Smith. And for me, Will Smith's parts are more tolerable with Robin Williams kind of duetting the whole song.
Say that again?
I hate the Will Smith versions for the Aladdin songs.
Oh.
They just
I
seem
haven't
bland.
seen anything
to me.
associated with it.
They just seem bland.
Or you already have a hate boner for the live action Aladdin.
I didn't like it.
I know. I read your message out on stream.
I'm not a fan.
Did any of you watch the Onision interview video? A lot of people are saying his friends are using reverse psychology and sarcasm to voice genuine concern. I say they're reaching. No, I didn't.
What friends?
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch anything related to Greg or any drama.
Yeah, and I've kind of like have been out of the picture for quite a while because, school. So I kind of am behind. Aside from like the whole thing, like with like Repsion and like Onision, like when Repsion pretty much like threatened to sue Greg if he pretty much put another copyright strike on his channel and filed a court order or something like that.
Speaking of which, I should be getting that claim off that video that I appealed in 3 days.
Yeah,
Nice.
So
that's great.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
It's really such an. Is it like I I can't believe like that. Like YouTube system is kind of broken, like where people can just like file copyright strikes, like and the people filing these false copyright claims don't exactly face any consequences.
Well, at this point, this would kind of be going into our other topic, but
okay.
Why not?
Yeah, it just to an extent. No offense to YouTube. I'm sorry, but when it comes to like several of the communities, you're their bitch.
Yeah. Do you guys want to get into that topic like right now, or do you want to continue with what originally was talked about and then get into that topic?
Just
I was trying
go for it.
Yeah, I was trying to take it. I'd love because I know you wanted to say a few things, and I have my thoughts on it.
I'm good. I'm still annoyed.
Yeah, I apologize.
I know.
I mean, I've
said what I've already had to say.
I was gonna say I was gonna do it. That was like with that video. That was more of like my raw thoughts on this whole thing. Because at this point, everybody is threatened by this kind of bullshit. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but with these kind of ideals and with how people are going about things, it will happen. Your channel's going to be taken down.
Especially with that Adpocalypse 2.0, pretty much.
No, it's like, was it 4.0 now? 3.0?
Yeah, probably something like that.
So, what else is going on with this new one?
Okay, so, Steven Crowder, I would say a conservative comedian, who on occasion will go on his channel and debunk views of the left, went against oh crap, what's his name again? I know his name. I know his name, but freaking
look it up when you do the video then.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make you look bad.
Carlos Maza.
Thank you.
Carlos Maza.
Sorry.
Who was a publisher, reporter for Vox.
He's a journalist for Vox.
Yeah, journalist. Sorry. I heard publisher at one point. I don't know why I heard that. I don't remember who said it. But
yes, Machiko. Go on.
But anyways, he has in a sense, in his own way, debunked, or at least gave his opinion. I'm gonna say give his opinion about some of the stuff that Carlos Maza from Vox has said in his videos, and on occasion has made jokes. To some people, that would be very offensive jokes, but jokes nonetheless. And Carlos does not approve of this, even though his Twitter handle would make him seem like a hypocrite.
Mind if I give a more objective account of this whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry if I sound like kind of bitchy. I kind of got into it with Rob last night about this topic. The thing is that the funny thing is that we agree with one another, but it's just friendship thing. So I'm sorry if I come across as bitchy, but okay. So Steven Crowder is a YouTuber. He's a very conservative YouTuber. He's a comedian. He also is kind of like a journalist or news pundit. And then Carlos Maza is associated with Vox. People keep saying Vox. Vox right now is going through their own strike with their employees, but Carlos, whose Twitter handle is @gaywalk, tweeted about Steven Crowder, saying that he's been receiving harassment for months because Steven Crowder refuses to let, keep talking about him. And he tweeted or included a video of a montage of Steven Crowder calling him like a gay Mexican, a twink Latino, so on and so forth, which basically...
Was it a lesbian... yeah.
A lesbian queer. We all know you're butchy, MJ. I know what you were trying to say there, but good try. But so he shows this whole montage of him being called out by Crowder, but he only shows just those clips of the names itself. He doesn't give out the full context.
Exactly.
And he says that he has been doxxed, and his phone, he constantly gets harassment every day, and he gets text messages from random people saying, debate Steven Crowder. So he tweeted out.
That's not harassment. That's just that people asking him to debate Steven Crowder on their beliefs.
That's still doxed. They didn't give you the number. They didn't give you the number. It'd be like random people texting you.
Is it him being text or is it him being messaged? Because I heard messaged. I heard that he was being.
Have you seen Philip DeFranco's video on this?
No, I have not. But I heard it was being he was being messaged.
He showed his phone where it showed his text messages, but regardless, I think it's kind of diverting away from the point. So he's making these claims saying that, he's been harassed because of Steven Crowder. People are attacking him and making homophobic comments or telling him to debate Steven Crowder. And, sorry, my fiance's texting me. And, so he added YouTube and said, this is harassment. That, it's not fair, basically, to have a channel like this that is very anti-LGBTQI on the platform. And then he started providing more evidence, or claiming that he was being harassed. Crowder responds saying, while what he said may seem insensitive, it wasn't meant as harassment. Right. It was more of a response to what Carlos was saying. And so this kind of blew up and became a huge deal on the internet. And
well, it got to the point where he started mass
texting me, so I'm trying to respond back
tweeting YouTube and telling them that they do not support the LGBTQ community, which for the past couple of years they've been trying so damn hard to be supportive with that community, really hard. So
here's my thing. Sorry, vegan.
It's all right.
It shouldn't have to be said. It shouldn't have to be outwardly said, being if I have to preface, whatever I say with, oh, by the way, just so you know, I'm all for LGBT. That shouldn't have to be said.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have to prove that? I mean, I get it with Crowder's actions, with the language that he uses is kind of, insensitive. But just like the whole, I'm paraphrasing the popular phrase here, I may not like what he says, but I will defend his right to say it.
Yeah.
And
yep.
I mean, Crowder, it tends to go after people who are very left or far left, and I'm considered, part of that left. But I defend Crowder in this sense. I don't think that he should be getting a lot of shit that he's getting, but
he shouldn't be demonetized either.
He got demonetized, and then YouTube seems to not know how to communicate things well. Because they tweeted out saying, well, we looked into it, but, Crowder didn't violate our policies, but in order for his channel he's demonetized. And then somebody asked about it, and they tweeted back saying, well, if he removes the links to his shirt where people were saying that it says socialism is for fags, when he says it's socialism for figs.
It's figs.
Well, it doesn't say figs, it's a picture of a fig on it.
Yeah, it has a fig on it. It's not that...
But it could be, one argument could be that it's a thinly veiled kind of slur. But I mean, whatever. I have no issue with the shirt. So YouTube tweeted saying that, if he removes the shirt link off of his channel, that he would be reinstated.
Now, Crowder responded saying that the responses, or the link isn't even on their was it the description or the videos. It's just
Still
like a brief. But But that overall, when it comes to this whole situation, that wasn't enough for Carlos Maza. No, he wants at this point like full like banning of people that he doesn't like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say that, like, you know, from what I heard, because I ended up watching Blair White's video that she made like earlier today. Like, basically, from what she said, I believe was like, YouTube pretty much was pretty much for Steven, like, you know, Crowder, like, not being demonetized because apparently he didn't break any of the guidelines at first until, like, apparently YouTube got a bunch of backlash from it, and then they changed their decision afterwards. Now, I was gonna say, like, you know, like, I was gonna ask if any of you could, like, verify if that's true or something like that, or if I'm missing, like, you know,
Verify what?
Like, you know, because Blair tried to, like, you know, really simplify that, you know, that apparently YouTube was, like, you know, not in favor of demonetizing Steven Crowder and stuff like that, like when Carlos tweeted at YouTube and stuff like that. And apparently YouTube only like took action against Steven Crowder after, like, they got a bunch of backlash, like, with their decision.
Well, yeah, it's damage control.
Yeah, and plus Carlos was threatening to have people, you know, contact the advertisers and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
But I wouldn't say. I know I see in your title that you have hashtag Vox Adpocalypse, and I know that was trending on Twitter, but I don't believe that Vox as a whole was going after Steven Crowder. I believe that because of Carlos being associated with Vox, it's just easier to get clicks and describe it as that. Because if he says, like, Carlos Maza is trying to ban my channel, well, not everybody knows who Carlos Maza is. But Vox, on the other hand, it makes more sense to put that in the title. I
put that in the title because it would just be easier for me to put down. But I see what you're saying.
Well, I noticed the title before anything. I first saw it on Keemstar's video, and then when somebody left you a comment saying that you basically were reiterating what Keemstar said about how somebody on Twitter apparently got a History Channel taken.
That wasn't actually from Keemstar. I was on Twitter, and I got a notification for a tweet or something that somebody, I can't remember who it was, saying that I guess YouTube considers History Channels racist now.
That's hearsay. It got quiet. All right. Rob, you know I'm not, like, mad at you. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to making claims like that, you have to provide evidence.
Yeah, really.
Because I can make serious claims like, you know, that, well, I was going to make something cruel towards you, but that would be mean. I was going to say, like, yeah, well, you know, so-and-so fucks dogs. That doesn't mean shit unless you have evidence to back that up. Oh, God damn it. That was horrible. I'm sorry. But I did notice that, like, I heard the timestamp from your video, and I also watched Keemstar's video, and it was the exact same thing. I don't know where that came from. If anyone in the chat happens to know what they're talking about, I'd love to see it. But regardless, I don't think it's fair on Steven Crowder to get the kind of shit that he's getting. I am all for free speech, even though I may be more politically correct at times. I do defend people's rights to say it as long as they are not outwardly attacking somebody. That's my whole view on the thing. Exactly. I think that this thing kind of blew up way more than it should have, and YouTube's timing was awful.
Right.
because they also posted on their blog about their new policies on hate speech, which was, people were thinking it was because of the Steven Crowder, Carlos Maza bullshit, but it's not. It, according to Philip DeFranco, in his video, he had spoken with a contact at YouTube, and this is something that they've been planning for months now, and they just had horrible timing in posting that blog. But long story short, Crowder, according to YouTube and everything, and I agree, he did not violate their policies. While what he said is kind of insensitive to certain groups, what he did not outwardly say, go and attack this person. I want you to take this person down. That's different
than, saying like, oh yeah, well, the gay Mexican said, even though, yeah, it is kind of insensitive, like I said, but it's not necessarily harassment in that end.
Yep. I agree.
I think I pissed Rob off.
No, I was just thinking for a second. I honestly, the funniest thing about this whole situation is one of the first tweets he made about saying he has a really thick skin when it comes to stuff like this. It's like, well, if you did, then you wouldn't have let this really affect you that much.
Yeah.
But when you get tons of people tweeting at you over and over again, I'm sure it does get to you. No. You can have the thickest skin in the world. Really?
I mean, there are people like this that like deal with it all the time. Like whether it come whether it be like that discuss these topics, like or they just get like massive amounts of messages of debating this person or so on.
So you're just stating facts now.
I pretty much in my case, I learned early on that you're gonna get criticism, and you either can accept it or you don't, and you if anything, just leave the platform. Because with how some of these people kind of take criticism, they do it in a very destructive way.
Well, there's a difference between hate and criticism. And I'm just saying that as a generality, not necessarily putting it to the situation that we're talking about. Right. So, I gave you the criticism saying that you need to do your research, or you need to back up things with evidence. That's criticism. Oh, but I could easily have messaged you and said, you suck. That's not criticism. Because that's not really helpful in terms of helping you improve, So there's a difference between the two. And yes, that's also honestly to, kind of be open here. It's why I don't have a YouTube channel. I'm horrible at accepting feedback. I am quite sensitive, which is why I stream rather than post content or make videos and, leave it open to comments. I have a better time if people leave me criticism in the chat. That's fine. I have no problem with it, but for some reason I just can't handle it. So yes, I do agree. If you can't take the heat, then stay out of the kitchen.
I just think with this whole thing, with Carlos Maza, instead of trying to mass contact YouTube about it, he could have done this in a better way, but he decided not to.
That I agree with.
It kind of reminds me of a situation I'm having with a neighbor. I have two neighbors across from where I live, and there's this behind their houses is this fenced area of another property. Now, in between the houses, there's a dirt section where people can move vehicles around because there's a gate. And we've gotten permission from both neighbors across from our house that we can use that area to park because it is a public area. It's not owned by anybody. Well, the person who owns the property behind the fence has repeatedly caused problems about parking. And recently, instead of calmly, because I had my Jeep Liberty parked across the street because we have a ton of cars at our house. Instead of calmly coming over and asking us to move the vehicle because they were trying to, I guess, do some work in the wood behind on the property because they had some a bulldozer and stuff. They called the cops. And I'm kind of confused about the whole situation. I'm we've never had this problem before. And somebody, or my father-in-law, who has had issues with this individual once or twice before, we called him up, and he was pissed. He even showed Highway Patrol, or the police or whatever, the paperwork as well as the property lining showing, hey, they don't have this. This is where we can park. We even got permission from these people, and Highway Patrol was pissed with this lady for making up lies that the road itself was part of her property.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
You thought of alleyway with the road behind the houses. They're trying to figure out, Rob, what that's called. What you're describing.
It was like a wooded area, behind a fence.
And Machiko says, "I can't wait to live in the country, no neighbors." Me too. I miss my old house.
Actually, speaking
now I live by people that if I scream loud enough, they can hear me.
Speaking
or if
of
I yell
that,
loud enough, they can hear me.
Speaking of that, good news. I may be getting a chance to check out my new house.
Awesome.
That's nice.
I have something worked. Like I think I mentioned this once or twice. I have something worked out with somebody, and hopefully this Sunday, I will get a chance to look at the new house, and then afterwards on Monday, start working on it because we're planning on putting hardwood floor, putting in new paint, and so on.
That's awesome.
And thanks to me being kind of close to the individual who's helping us with this house, before the moving day, after we start moving, let's say we get a room done, I'm going to start, so it's less work, get some of my stuff from my storage, like each day, and bringing it to the house.
So which room is mine? Just kidding.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that because it's going to be a 4-bedroom, 2-bath with a attic and a basement and a huge fenced yard.
I call attic.
I was gonna say that it's like a bit of a coincidence because it looks like very likely that I'm possibly gonna be moving again.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Pretty much been moving like back and forth between houses throughout the past 2 years. Well, not houses, but apartments and stuff like that. But yeah, it looks like I might be moving like somewhere else. May not have my own room anymore, so I may not be able to show up on the podcast probably anymore, or I don't know. There might be some other loophole I could maybe get. Since I don't we're right now not exactly sure, but we're right now looking for another. My mom is definitely looking for another place to move.
I'm assuming the lease is up soon?
It's nothing like that. It's more like it's just some other things which I will not disclose publicly.
Right.
Yeah. I'll just say it's a bit of personal stuff.
Yeah. It's all good. Michiko says, "Rob, let me help you decorate your house." I'm sorry. "Rob, let me help you decorate your house." And then
Oh, speaking of that, another thing too is I'll be able to have an office again. So some people who missed the videos where I am singing in front of a camera, you guys may get those back.
That's
please
awesome.
bring the knife case back.
Probably. Actually, I got a new assortment, a new collection of swords and stuff to add to that.
What kind of swords?
Last trip to, because I went to somewhere in California for a flea market, and I got a Scottish claymore.
Oh, that's cool.
Dude,
Oh,
this thing
yeah.
is bigger than it's the, what was it, like 47 inches?
Holy shit.
Sounds about right.
Compensating much?
I am definitely mounting that on my wall.
Freezing.
Holy shit. I just looked up an image on Google and it's massive.
I'm horrible tonight.
All right. So, I'm going to move on
Hellbound has a good question, though.
Oh, wait, what's going on?
I mean, if someone calls himself a slur, does that give someone else license to call them that slur if they are joking?
Honestly, I think it should.
Yeah.
Although, if you call them out for it, then you end up becoming a hypocrite.
I guess it...
But people don't see it that way. I mean, it's like... I'm picking the easiest target at this point. It's like when certain people use the N-word, but then you have an entire community constantly using it as a way to greet themselves.
I guess it depends on context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They say, because I don't want to get a license to just run a YouTube channel.
They had stated that they also watched Six Texan Hammer 666 today, and he mentioned something about Slate turning the internet into the golden era of television or some crap, and they're hoping that ain't true.
At this point, you have a bunch of like stars that are trying to make YouTube channels now.
Well, it's
Jack Black has one.
So is Will Smith. I mean, it's a PR move.
But Jack Black's entertaining. Jack Black has a personality.
Right, but I mean, you got to think about it this way: it's a form of PR and an outreach because more people of this generation are more digital.
Right.
So in order to kind of
you can't compare Will Smith to Jack Black.
Even
he
Stanley
has a personality.
So objective.
Just
because you have a hate boner for Will Smith.
No, it's not. I don't have a hate boner for Will Smith. It's just he plays the same character almost every single movie. The only two movies that I liked that were really good was The Pursuit of Happiness and I Am Legend.
You liked I Am Legend, huh?
You liked I Am Legend?
Yes.
Da, 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 da.
And we just lost MJ.
Did any of you guys know that Stanley actually had his own channel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Stanley, I just watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It was actually a fun film. It really was.
As they say it is.
It was a really fun film.
Huh? And I had lost all hope in Sony.
All right, everybody, go ahead. Like, pull out your torches and pitchforks.
Michiko says your hate boner for Will Smith makes me feel uncomfortable, Rob. And then Rosa says, "Gas, you hate Will Smith."
No, I don't hate Will Smith. Like I said, there's a couple of movies that I did like him in, which was I Am Legend and Pursuit of Happiness, where I felt more sympathetic towards his character, or the character that he plays. He was funny in some cases with Men in Black. However, with a lot of his films where he is trying to play the comedic, like, kind of be the comedian, I felt he was playing the Fresh Prince in almost every single film.
What about Suicide Squad?
Oh shit, I forgot that one.
Squad. I didn't like Suicide Squad, but I liked his character.
Shit, I forgot about that one. Okay, I will say that was a mix between kind of a little bit of both, in a sense. That one was alright.
Well, I'll say this much when it comes to him having a majority of his roles be very much him just doing his Fresh Prince of Bel-Air role.
I called that, by the way. I knew that was going to happen.
It's honestly, it's not entirely his fault, though, if you ask me, because, I mean...
He's well known for it.
Typecasting sucks, exactly.
Right.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's the unfortunate thing, is he's well known for it. And I kind of feel like because of that, it made it difficult.
Yeah, I mean, look at
Tobey Maguire,
Jeff Goldblum, Tobey Maguire,
Daniel Baxter.
Who?
Daniel Baxter, the actor who played Harry Potter in the Harry Potter movies.
Oh.
What?
No.
Radcliffe.
Radcliffe.
Oh, Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Sorry.
Daniel
I
Radcliffe.
don't even know what the fuck. Who the? Oh wait, never mind. That's another person. God damn.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
They're making a new Bill and Ted film.
Mm-hmm.
That should be interesting.
I like Keanu Reeves.
Kind
I
of
know
a
he doesn't
reboot,
do-
isn't it?
Huh?
Mm.
It's gonna
What?
kind of be a pseudo reboot in a way.
Yeah.
isn't it?
That should be
Yeah.
I
interesting.
like Keanu Reeves.
Oh, Rob, so I noticed on your featured channels that you have YMS listed on there.
Do I?
Yeah. Do you watch him?
I think I've
Your movie
seen...
sucks.org?
Yeah, on occasion, yeah, I have watched a few of his videos.
Wait.
Why?
I think he's a good channel. I showed Aiden some of his videos.
Wait,
I refuse to watch the English version of Old Man. No.
Old
wait,
boy.
Old boy.
Whose channel?
I refuse.
Your movie sucks.org.
That's his name.
Oh, his name's Adam, but
Well,
his
I
channel's
like-
called Your Movie Sucks.org.
I do like I Hate Everything.
But I watched his series on After Earth.
Freaking A. That movie
And-
sucked.
I had to kind of watch the film for myself.
How bad?
It's awful.
I had.
Oh god, it's bad. I mean,
They gave
I
his
think Will
character
Smith is trying
really-
to. Well, you know, he's very like energetic and bubbly all the time, but he's not in After Earth. He's just like,
No, they try to make him emotionless, and that was
Yeah.
fucking horrible.
and the fact that they didn't put M. Night Shyamalan's name to it because they didn't want people knowing that he directed it, so people will actually go see it.
Because more likely they would be like, okay, where the fuck does he live now? I want to freaking come after him.
Well, Will Smith was the one that approached the idea to M. Night
Oh,
because he wanted Jaden to be the star of his own movie.
oh yeah, his son.
They're speaking of the two of them, y'all do know they've got another movie coming out, right?
What?
Which one?
Will Smith and Jaden.
Oh,
Which
no.
one?
I don't remember the name of it. It's hold on.
How are mirrors real if our eyes aren't real?
Wait, M. Night Shyamalan, the guy who pretty much directed like the last Airbender live action movie.
And Sixth Sense.
Gemini
and
Man, that's the
Unbreakable,
name of
and
it.
Split, and Glass, and Lady in the Water, and The Village, and
Village
yeah,
was
a lot of movies.
alright.
I mostly know him just for that movie because apparently that was like one of the worst movies that was ever like made.
Which
by him.
one?
Last
The Last
Airbender?
Airbender live action movie.
The one that nobody should speak of.
I would say After Earth is up there.
That one too. Look,
Jaden is a legend.
I will
But
say,
yeah, the movie is the movie I was talking about. It's called Gemini Man. And in it, I'm not gonna lie, Jaden looks just like his dad did.
yeah, no, I think they're using CG for that.
If you look at the After Earth posters, like you could tell they used Photoshop to make their faces look very similar to one another, even though they kind of already do in the first place, but even more so in the promotional material.
Oh, another
You got a funny way of spelling legend.
Oh, another one that really sucks for M. Night. Crap, Devil. That one
What?
was really, really stupid.
Devil?
Yeah, a
one,
group of people are stuck in an elevator, and one of them is the devil himself, or something like that. Or a demon.
the devils come to like harvest their souls.
Womp womp. Also,
No,
help
and
asking you a question, Rob.
it's so cliche. You have the cop who has a tragic past that can't forgive the person that killed his family. Somehow you have the very religious individual who's there at the right moment when this is all happening. Actually, the superstitious guy. The dumbest way to find out that the devil is near by flipping a piece of toast and seeing if it lands jelly side down. That's an actual thing in the movie.
I just actually
I know Doug Walker's getting a lot of crap nowadays, but that skit was so funny.
You
know, the movies like he's made it. Funny enough, it actually came out around the same time the Last Airbender movie came out, like in 2010.
You know, honestly, I hate to say it, Shyamalan would be better off making grindhouse type movies.
He also
Especially
limits himself because all of his films being filmed in Philadelphia.
Oh damn!
Jesus.
Because that's where he lives.
Oh.
So he films all of his movies there.
God damn.
That sucks.
Oh wow.
Thought it would be because I don't know, like it's cheaper or something, but oh well.
No, I mean if you wanted it to be cheaper, well, I mean, proximity-wise, it would be cheaper for him in Philadelphia. But there are states like Georgia, for example, that provide tax benefits for filming in their state.
Yeah.
Also, Rob Hellbound's been asking you a question. Sorry.
How do you think Onision on basic cable would be? What do you mean?
How do you think he'd do?
On television?
On basic cable, yes.
He'd be
I gave an answer for you, but
He'd probably be canceled on the first day. Actually, no, they probably wouldn't even air his show.
Told you. I said, if you want Rob's answer, I assume you would say that Onision wouldn't be on basic cable long, considering his past and demeanor.
Oh, well, you want to hear what I wrote? Because he writes, because I wrote this towards him, or at least his puppet accounts. He writes, the only reason why, I'm going to call him Mr. Repsion, obsessively stalks, slanders, harasses Onision and steals his content is because Mr. Repsion literally has no real talent or creativity on his own. Wait, what was my original response?
You said that about Repsion?
No, that's what Onision wrote. I wrote,
Oh.
Onision talented, sure. How many times have you re-uploaded that stupid and very lame I'm a Banana song to relive that dying fame? Also, stolen content? No. All videos used for our content become transformative when we add our responses, therefore protected by fair use. And to kind of piss him off, hashtag facts.
Really ticked him off.
No, I went further and I wrote, Onision talented content. 1. Judging teens half-naked bodies. 2. Collecting teens' photos. 3. Harassing people with mental disorders. 4. Defaming YouTubers and exes. 5. Jokes about killing children. 6. Being racist. 7. Shaming people for their diets. 8. Jokes about sexual assault.
I feel like the first few you actually had him because, like, in a sense, it kind of shows that he's already breaking YouTube's terms of service. Like, you know, harassment and also, like, you know...
Oh, wait, I should have put number 9.
Well, according to YouTube's guidelines, no.
I should have put 9, sharing pornography to his patrons.
That's
I was gonna say...
nothing to do with YouTube, though. And also, that's
no,
not against guidelines.
I was saying, like, his quote-unquote talented content.
I was just gonna bring up harassment because, like, you know, we all know how he, like, you know, just honestly won't shut the hell up about Eugene Acuni.
Yeah.
Or Shane Dawson, or, like, you know, whoever, like, you know, he has an obsession
He just did another video about Shane Dawson, which I was going to do a response, but didn't think I was gonna do it. Don't know why. I might do it later.
No shit, I should edit what I said earlier about showing pornography on Patreon. Showing pornography to minors, yeah, not good. Showing pornography on Patreon in general, acceptable. Because that's why a lot of people do Patreon. Not saying all people do it, but...
By the way, and unfortunately, we're going to be running out of time pretty soon. Because I almost forgot that my wife wanted to go walk our downtown area to play Pokemon Go. So, I'm gonna try to speed this up a little bit. So,
Pokemon.
I want to
Gotta
go
catch 'em
over,
all.
I want to go over these two quickly.
All right.
So, Destiny 2 is getting another chapter, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, the only reason I'm interested in this is because now Bungie and Activision are split. So, from what it sounds like, because they released a 14-minute video discussing some of the things that they're trying to do, and from what again, even though I've heard this time and time again, they're saying that we're really listening to the fans, that they're at this point they're doing more with armor sets, where kind of like RPGs, if you have a piece of armor, you can choose the style. That's what it sounds like to me. They're adding finishers, where I guess interchangeable finishers for your guardians. They are
Be right back.
they are releasing a new feature, or at least pretty soon, and it's going to be free to play for Steam, called New Light, where it sounds like you will get to experience Destiny. I guess Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. I have to look it up again, but for free with their expansions to kind of build yourself up as a player, at least till you get to the newest expansion, which is Shadowkeep. And it actually is really interesting because they bring back the character, was it Erin? Who was the really creepy lady from both the Crota DLC and the Taken King DLC.
What, the one that would constantly talk about sensing the Taken?
Yes. Yeah, if it, yeah. For a second, though, I will say I'm kind of disappointed because from what it sounds like, we won't get to see Prince Aldrin, or at least whatever his character now is, since he has become a Guardian.
Seriously, Masao?
What?
Wow. Masao said also, while we have been here, he raged so hard that he outed himself on his dummy account and deleted the tweet, but people took screenshots and he's saying they're photoshopped.
Sucks for you, Greg.
If he's gonna claim they're Photoshop, I'd honestly like to see what he'd come up with. Because funny enough, I actually know how to use, like, I've got quite a bit of experience with Photoshop as I'm taking a class to, like,
Well, it's like, I'm gonna see with these whole dummy accounts, it's fucking obvious. It's so obvious. Oh, at Onision Pride? Are you fucking serious? We know it's you. And then what was the other one? This
I guess
one
I'm
was,
still gonna be the one that's skeptical.
and then there was another. What the hell was it called?
I'm a psychopath? Hold up.
No, it's not. I'm a psychopath.
I'm a sociopath.
Yeah, it's not that one. It was called. Oh, did he get rid of it?
Or Taylor Rose.
No. I'm surprised that one hasn't popped up.
They don't like you.
Who?
Taylor Rose.
Yeah. Or
They
Jimmy,
like me, but they don't like you.
or Jimmy Bean, or Truth Hurts for You, which
Jim Beam is not Onision. Just because he harassed you.
Well, I
for
feel
a
like
long
that.
time.
I'm sure that one was a fan. But
Well, yeah, I would say he's a fan, but it's not Onision.
at this point, who knows?
No, I'm pretty sure it's not Onision.
But so, and I guess for the new expansion, they're going to be bringing back some of the old villains. So characters that we've killed in Destiny 1 will possibly be making a return, as well as some of the villains that we've defeated already for Destiny 2 will also make a return.
Oh boy, that's some time travel shenanigans.
So Goal will be making a return. They actually showed some video of him. I might do a full in-depth video reacting to it, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, it looks really cool. And final thing, because like I said, I'm running out of time. Pokemon Sword and Shield. # you ripped off the doggo from Dark Souls.
Oh, you're talking about the one for Sword.
Yes.
Well, it's not the only canine to wield a blade, but
Well,
I get you.
I think at this point, it's like the one that people will recognize, like, first, if they play video games. Oh, wait, no. Actually, no. What was the other one? There was a... Oh, crap. Was it Okami? No.
I've yet to use the glaive weapon, so I don't know if she does that.
I don't think it was, but...
But,
I just felt like... For a second, I just felt like something was pushing my chair. And there's nobody in my room.
if memory's... Hold on a second. Where is it?
But, anyways, so some of the things that that people are really happy about is they got to see new Pokemon. Some of the designs look really, really nice. I especially like... I can't remember the name of this one, but it looks like a raven. Some of the Pokemon look really nice.
They really do.
I guess there'll be moments where you'll actually... and it's open world. So, kind of like what they... and I had a feeling they were going to do this, where you'd be actually in an open world, and you would see the Pokemon, walking around, and you could, catch them if you wanted to, or avoid them. There'll be moments where you will have to do co-op and fight giant versions of a variety of Pokemon. And I guess you'll be given this ability to do the same with your Pokemon, where they become like these freaking colossi.
Let's see. Yeah. It looks amazing. I just remembered one of the a character
What?
that does something similar to the Sword legendary. Koromaru from Persona 3 does something similar with his physical attacks.
Right. But
Oh my goodness. The DX versions, or whatever it's called, of the Pokemon, that's gonna be insane.
it is. And I guess people are re-predicting for the starters, I guess, for the, what was it, Bunny Scorch? Scorch Bunny? It possibly may be a fire fighting. And, the Leaf starter will probably be a Leaf Dark. And I'm trying to think of what the water starter was, but overall, it looks good. It really does, and I'm excited for it. I know pretty soon I'm probably gonna, as I usually do for Pokemon, because they usually have two versions, buy one for me and buy one for my wife.
Yeah. If the fire starter final evolution turns out to be firefighting, I most likely will not pick that for my starter when I eventually get a Switch in that game, unless it's hard to find fire type Pokemon.
I was corrected; it was grass type. Oh, I will say, when it gets closer to, was it November, I also pre-ordered Death Stranding. So.
Hey, Little Red Pig.
Okay.
Hello.
I'm thinking about getting that game too. Now that I've seen the trailers for it.
I wouldn't even bother trying to buy the collector's edition because,
I don't plan on it.
yeah, I tried buying it and I went to GameStop and they wouldn't let me. Which sucks.
Real quick, can I rant about something?
Sure.
Real quick. So, I told you about this, but if any of you ever play Telltale games at all, I'm a little annoyed with them at the moment because they're delisting all of their games since they went bankrupt and closed down. Even if you paid for them before, if you don't have them downloaded and they're stored in the cloud somewhere, you cannot get them. Which sucks.
Oh, that's
A lot of the games that I have are
That is so stupid.
on my phone. And with iOS, it's episodic, so you download them episode by episode. Yeah, they're discussing Pokemon. I'm ranting about Telltale real quick. But, yeah, so I like the Game of Thrones one. I've played it, beat it, but I can't play it again.
Yeah.
And the only way that you can play those games is if you have a physical copy or already have them on your system.
Oh shit! I just realized I'm hoping I have a copy of
Tales from the Borderlands?
I was gonna say The Wolf Among Us.
Oh, that one too.
That
one I was able to download. I was able to download off my phone. And I downloaded Tales from the Borderlands on Steam, even though I own it on my phone too.
Yeah.
But they're delisting Tales from the Borderlands, even though 2K is trying to get it back up because the events in Tales from the Borderlands are canon to Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
So you would need to play that game in order to know some of the story.
Right.
So if you have it like on the cloud or somewhere, you might want to download it. And if you, for certain games, I can't remember which platforms, but if you delete them and to save room on your hard drive, by a certain date you won't be able to get them back.
That's stupid.
Right.
It really is.
Yep. That was my short little rant. It's not Uplay this time or Ubisoft that I'm pissed at now.
I still wonder how the heck they're managing to do this, considering the fact they don't exist anymore.
That might be the reason why they're doing it, is because they don't exist anymore. Like, there's certain games that I can't even access at all.
They're just being dickbags about it.
Like, it shows up on my phone, but there's no download button or re-download button for it. Like Hector, the Hector series, which if any of you have ever played Hector, it's awesome. Or Hector Badge of Carnage. It's a British cop point and click from Telltale, it's very crass. I wouldn't say it's for kids.
Right.
Because I think it's the very first episode, you have to go to a sex dungeon.
Oh, freaking A.
Yeah. So, it's really crude British humor. And it's so funny, but I can't even download any of them now.
Real
Unless
quick.
I want to pay for them, but yeah.
Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver will all return for a new Ghostbusters.
Yep. Real quick, I wanted to answer Rosa, since it would probably be quicker for me to say it out loud than type it. It's Pokemon games seeming complicated. It's understandable. Luckily, if you're just gonna play them casually, only thing you really need worry about as far as complexity goes is type matching.
Yeah.
To where you can get a super effective hit on your opponents. Unless you're trying to play competitively, then it gets pretty complex.
Right. All right.
Little Red Pig asked, have you ever played Into the Rapture or whatever?
No, I have not.
Nope.
I haven't played any of their games.
Wants to end it.
I gotta get going.
That sounded bad. I meant off the podcast, not suicide. I made things awkward.
So, so we gotta end it here. I want to thank Aiden, MJ, and Vegan for coming on. This has been really fun, and I'm sorry for guys just being an hour. Like I said, I had plans made to do stuff with my wife. To go
I'm
play
sorry for snapping at you.
No, it's all right. Like I said, it doesn't hurt to get criticism. So, and you just learn from it.
All right, back at. Oh, never mind.
So, everybody, thank you for watching. For those who are probably going to watch it when it becomes a VOD, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Really do appreciate it. With that being said, this is Rob, Aiden, MJ, and Vegan signing off. Have a good one, and take care.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Take care.